What's cracking YouTube? Promo here, and today, guys, I'm coming at you with my thoughts of Major 1 and going through the power rankings for Major 1. So, guys, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button, and drop a comment in the comment section below of what you thought of the of the Major. And for those who are new to the channel, welcome, hello, my name is Primal. I upload Call of Duty mobile content. I'm podcasting now, and I hope you guys like content. And if you want to know more about CDL, I can explain more about competitive COD for console. And yeah, let's crack on into it. So, Major 1, holy moly, we were treated extremely well on Championship Sunday, which we will get to later in the video, but let's crack into it. So, Vegas Falcons coming into the Major, they start off in losers bracket. They played up against Carolina Royal Ravens, and Carolina got done in a 3-0 fashion, slammed them. However, Falcons were posed to take a map in either the search or in the control. Like, they just got so nervous and choked. But this is also Clayster's first time coaching and all, so I'll give them a little bit of a leanway on it. But they definitely need to blow the roster up and fix what's going on in that team of 4 players. So, yep. Vancouver Surge, I had them doing a little bit of a run in my bracket prediction. No. Hold on a second. They get double rounded out of the tournament. 3-0 from Ultra and a 3-1 by Minnesota Rocker. Honestly, I'll get to Minnesota Rocker in a second, but this team right here, I have no confidence in them. They are horrible. I have no words for them. Yeah, they could have taken the search off of Ultra, but they literally threw the round 11 away. I was flabbergasted. I was like, okay, hold on a second. So as I was saying, when Surge threw away the round 11, I knew it was over because Ultra in their control, they've looked pretty strong. So Vancouver need blowed up. Cloud9. Let's talk about them. I thought they were going to get double rounded. They did make a little bit of a run. Props to them. So they beat Boston, which honestly surprised me because initially when Boston did go down to losers, I thought, okay, Boston, yeah, they had had to face Faze. Definitely worst way to start your tournament out on. I was like, okay, they'll bounce back. Boston, I have strong feelings they'll get it done and all. No, we'll get to Boston in a second. All right. So they beat Boston, move on, but they face Minnesota Rockers. So when I see that matchup, Minnesota versus Cloud9, I'm thinking to myself, Cloud9, you really should have the advantage here. But Geo for Minnesota, he was going absolutely nuclear against Cloud9. He was, in my personal opinion, Geo and Ezreal were literally putting Rocker on their backs to carry them. Yeah, Paul X definitely stepped up, but I still feel like Paul X still needs to be replaced, but we'll get to him in a second. Now, Gorilla Mates, holy moly, the support for Gorilla Mates is insane. If you guys watched the live stream, you would have been hearing the chanting of through the stream and all. It's like even over casters, it was so loud. I can only imagine what it must have felt like and how loud it must have been in the venue. I wish I was there, really, but oh, I was watching from home. I definitely want to get to a LAN tournament and just experience it for myself. Um, but Gentlemates, they go up against Optic, which we will get to Optic in a second. It goes all the way to game 5. And Gentlemates, they literally get murdered on the vault. It was a 6-2 in the vault. Search and destroy. Shotzi literally going double positive to secure the win. Do I think Gentlemates need to make a change? Part of me wants to say yes. You need to change Priest out for someone, but he's a world champion. Yes, he's more of a slower AR, but I just feel like he's holding the team back for them. Hold on a second. So, as I was saying about Priest, it's like he's a slower in AR and all, and his stats haven't been that good of a player, but he gets the major important kills, really. My personal opinion, if Gentlemates do stick with this roster, I would say if they don't improve or don't fix their mistakes throughout the Major 2 qualifiers, it's time to blow it up. Like, get rid of Priesta, get better AR in. I feel like the Lins and Kismet SMG duo is definitely strong. So I wouldn't complain about that much. So yeah. Alright. On to Boston Breach. I did have them in A tier for potential contenders in my last power rankings, but I had moved them down. Yes, they got 3-0 slammed by Faze in what was an absolute massacre, especially in the controls, especially with Celium going on a 10 spree and you can't even kill the guy. It's like he had one of the most insane maps of control again that I've seen him go through. But yes, it's Boston Breach. It's not a top 4 team, but seeing Cell do what he did and seeing how he played in Championship Sunday, he's definitely I would definitely put him in top 3, maybe even top 2 ARs in game. Yeah, I know what you guys are thinking. Biased, you're a LAN Faze supporter. It's just Celium was shooting, like straight shooting. To Boston, they fall down. To losers, go up against Cloud9. They lose to Cloud9 3-1 fashion. I believe it's 3-1. Hold on a sec. Sorry, 3-2. I forgot they played that search map. My bad. But does this team need blowed up? Well, this is first time this team has really played in a major / LAN environment outside of EWC. Do I think they need to blow it up? Yeah. I really think it's time for Boston blowed up. Cammy, he's having a stinker. Can't seem to get anything going. Snoopy, keep awakening. I know Wake is a good player and all, but something in my gut just tells me that this isn't the game for him. Like, he hasn't seemed to be his normal self of get the kills and all. So hold on a second. So for Boston, I really think they need to look back, think about their team, and just see if they can make any improvements, whether it's players from challengers or see if they can get someone else from another team that team's offering up. Also, I'd say for Cloud9, if Pred is free, like if he's not going to be coming back to Optic, which according to Shotzi, they are not going to be getting him back. I think replace Kremp with Pred, and you've got a nasty lineup because it's like all there. You've got the Vanguard and MW2 Seattle Surge / Vancouver Surge team. So with attached coaching, not attached. Why can't I put his finger on my name? Accuracy. Sorry, I knew it started with an A. I meant accuracy, not attached. It's like with attached. With accuracy coaching, I think this team definitely can make some major plays and definitely get into winner's bracket. It all depends on if they can get Pred or not. So we just gotta wait and see. Now let's talk about Minnesota Rocker. Minnesota, I thought they were going to be double first rounded, same like Cloud9. They were going to be in the blowed up bowl, but I have to say, shout out to Geo and Estriel for pulling off some incredible maps of the SMGs taking over. Paul X stepping up when he needs to. Yes, they lose to Heretics in a unfortunate fashion. Yeah, they lose to them in an unfortunate fashion. Do I think this team needs to make changes? I think you still got a strong SMG duo together. I feel like Paul X could be replaced with someone. Maybe replace him with Illy because Illy is in challengers. So teams that are going to be blown up / making changes, you could go after Pred, Illy. I forget other challenger players that are worth mentioning. I haven't checked the challenger scene in a hot second. But those are my thoughts on Minnesota Rocker. Now, Miami Heretics, I had them in B. I'm B tier. I just want to say shout out to them. They placed top 3 at the major 1 tournament. I thought it was very, very impressive from them. They were playing. They definitely elevated their gameplay on LAN. They did take not Faze. They took Optic out in a game 5 search, which I was shocked by. I did not think they were going to come out and win over Optic, but when Vickle came out, I was laughing my butt off and realized I should put Heretics over Optic because Vickle, he's been the kryptonite of Optic. I know I shouldn't be laughing at Optic's kryptonite, but it's how I see it. So Heretics, they get all the way to top 3 facing off against LA Thieves in losers final. And Thieves, they 3-0 slam them. Heretics, they just didn't seem to have the gas in them to get it done. I think it was a hangover / they started falling off a bit, especially once they realized they were going to be facing one of the top 2 teams in the game. And yes, guys, I think this season there's only going to be 2 teams to be considering for champs and for winning tournaments, and that's going to be Faze and Thieves, which I'll get to in a second. So I put Heretics up to B tier. Blow it up? I don't think so. Yeah, they've played a lot of game fives, but those game fives gave them the gas get up to top 3, so keep them safe. Let's talk about Optic Texas. All right, so Optic Texas, they face off against Heretics round 1 and take the L in a game 5 against Heretics. Heretics, they definitely did their search and destroy VOD review big time, and they knew how to counter Shotzi on the search and destroy maps. That's for sure. So they send them down to losers. They go up against Gentlemates. They get that done in a game 5, pretty dominantly in game 5. So they go up next, and they will face off against Carolina Royal Ravens, which we will talk about in a second. And I apologize for any barking you hear in the background. So, Optic, at this point, they're on a 4 hardpoint loss streak, and I'm just shaking my head thinking, what the heck is going on? So, they go up against Carolina, and they break the hardpoint loss streak, take first map, but afterwards, Carolina, they literally rip Optic a new one. They rip through the search, and I'm just shaking my head because when you got Slasher and lit oh, why am I blanking on the name? Slasher and Gwen making massive plays for Carolina, you're going to be terrified, especially when they 3-0 Optic in the Proco control. I was losing my mind. I was like, what is going on? Optic, wake up. Because I thought Optic, you're going to advance and stuff, but no. Carolina, they ripped through that. They beat Optic on the hardpoint Hacienda, I believe. I believe map 4 was Hacienda. Hang on a second. So yeah, it was a Hacienda hardpoint. I did have it right. So Optic, they go home top 8. Do I think they need to make a team change? No. Do I think they were behind the curve? Yes. Do I see them blowing up anytime soon? No. If they just practice, I really think they're going to be able to handle things. However, if Faze I have a strong feeling Faze, once they get back to Atlanta, they're going to be back in the lab, grinding, cooking, figuring, making sure they're still on top of their game, which we will get to in a second. So Optic, they need to get back into lab. All right, now into S tier. Toronto, they get always Saturday. They go up against Faze, and guys, this one was not even close. Faze broke the backs of Ultra, and Ultra definitely demoralized. They go down to losers to play, I believe it was Carolina. Hang on a sec. So, yeah, they do play Carolina. Carolina rips first 2 maps off Ultra, and I'm just sitting here flabbergasted thinking, holy moly, Carolina's come to play, which we will get to in a second. Then Toronto, they rip control off Ravens in a 3-0 fashion. Then they take map 4 hardpoint, and then it comes down to round 10 on protocol. And in game 5, Carolina, they were playing some really nasty strats, honestly, not going to lie. Hands down to them, props for Slasher and Gwen for making massive, massive nuclear plays. Alright, so Toronto, they bow out of the tournament. Top, positive it's top 6, I believe, too. Toronto, do I think they need to make change? I feel like they need to pick up their pace, especially with the ARs, because if ARs aren't going to shoot back, then we're going to have some major issues. Let's get on to Carolina. Okay, so Carolina, they face off against LA Thieves in winners round 1. And I have to say, Vivid, he was not doing well that first series. He was dealing with a staph infection or something was wrong with his eye where it was completely swollen and he could only play with one eye. And guys, let me say, try and play COD with one eye is extremely hard, especially with Omni movement now in the game. It's like, if you only have one part of your vision, if they do any crazy movement, you're going to be struggling. They fall to Thieves 3-1. However, Slasher and the crew, they are not out of this. They make a very impressive losers bracket run going all the way to Championship Sunday, guys. Imagine getting knocked out by the Super Thieves out of winners and making the losers bracket run almost with Slasher, and in the meantime, they're really they're getting strong reps on maps and all. So they fall to Heretics on Sunday in a game 5. I'm positive it's game 5. My bad. It was a 3-1. Whoops. Heretics, they definitely, I might move them up spot, but I couldn't really see them being moved up spot. So they fall top 4 to Heretics, and I have to give props to them for making such an impressive run for this major, especially with all adversities they had faced this tournament. Vivid with one eye, losing to the super team and being sent down to losers, just popping teams out of losers and keep advancing. All right, Thieves. Thieves, they just start slamming their opponents 3-0, 3-1, making it all the way to Championship Sunday in winners finals. Thieves, they go up 2-0 against Faze, and they absolutely, and I do mean, they absolutely choke. And I was extremely happy with this because they choke the control. They lose the map 4 pretty decently. I think it was only by 20 points, but still, it was. If you watched the mini map, you knew that they weren't going to be breaking it. Then it goes game 5, round 11, but in game 5, they all cluster up on Vault Hardpoint. And a Beezy, my God, holy moly. He sniffs them out of the A bomb site, and 3 of them are literally in pool. And he pops 2 of them, I believe. Simp and Draws popped the other 2. I have to replay that moment. I'll check it out. So what ends up happening, it goes all the way to game 5, round 11. And here's where things get crazy. Draza teammates Sabizi by accident, and somehow, Ghosty kills himself with an aid. Like, we don't get his POV, but it's now 3-3 going into round 11, and I'm just jaw dropped of what the heck am I watching? Faze clutch up the round 11, pushing them to winners. Pushing them to winner's side of grand finals. Thieves, they dropped down to face Heretics in losers final. And guys, this one was not even close. Thieves, they blow Heretics out 3-1 fashion. I think this is where Heretics really got scared, especially with them so close to get into grand finals. They fall top 3. Thieves, they advance to grand finals. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is where things get nuts. It goes Game 7, Round 11, Skyline Search and Destroy. And I will say it was definitely a back and forth grand finals, each team exchanging massive slugfests. Thieves, definitely strong hardpoint, but Faze, stronger search and destroy and control modes. Yes, Thieves did rip a control off them, but Faze, they were just too strong. And talking about the Skyline hardpoint, Draza, holy moly. I believe it was round 8 or 9. Draza goes up top of P2. He goes top catwalk, goes into P2, sees Ghosty in the RC car, guns him, guns Scrap, I believe. And then Envoy, he takes Zip up to try and gun Draza. He gets gunned by Draza playing, no, it was Hydra, sorry. He guns Ghosty, Envoy, and Hydra. Scrap is all that's left, I believe. Scrap comes up, gets trade. However, Faze, they get trade, forcing them to match series point. Thieves, they come back, forcing round 11, but Thieves are on offense. And this is where things get nuts. So I'm at the edge of my seat. Like, I'm live streaming Lego set and have stream up on my laptop outside camera view, so I'm not pirating or anything. And I'm just quickly watching, and I'm just thinking, holy moly. Faze, they get the first blood kill. I'm like, yes, okay, that's how I do it. Envoy, he does kitchen bomb plant on Skyline. I'm just thinking to myself, okay. Faze, they read the play. They start rapping backside top. They drop down. They gun Envoy off, putting it to a 4v3. The gun Hydra, the gun Ghosty. Scraps left in 1v3. Draza gets traded out by way. Simp, he gets on the defuse. I'm thinking to myself, no way. Scrap's going to get there in time till I see minimap. They get to in time. Faze, they win your Major 1 and will be your champions. I was so impressed with the team. Major props to them for winning. So, Thieves, they fall top 2. Now, let's talk about your champions, guys. Atlanta Faze, my boys, the guys I predicted to win. I thought they were going to get done in a game 6, but it went game 7, and I still had strong confidence even if it went game 7. Definitely a little nerve-wracking, especially when I was like, it's going around 11. Okay, no mistakes or anything. Oh, I have to say, Hydro did get gunned off Zip of Abizi, first blooded him in elevator shaft. So they were going absolutely nuts in the series. Simp being your MVP caliber champ. MVP. So shout out to him. Shout out to Faze for taking Major 1 and also going back to back. EWC into Major 1. Last time they went back to back was Cold War, which was Major 3 into Major 4. They go back to back, and This is the first time 4 years since Faze has gone back to back winners in tournaments. And the beef between Scrap and Draza, it hasn't died. Definitely going to be seeing a lot more of it. So, yeah, GG's to Faze for taking it all. Holy moly, I was definitely majorly impressed with Faze. They were on a 12 series winning streak. They're looking to break their own um record from Cold War. And guys, if they do break it, I think we're seeing the second dynasty of Faze. Like, in my heart and in my gut, depending on how qualifiers go for them and how they play, we might be seeing the second era of Faze dynasty, guys. I'm not even joking. But we just gotta wait and see. Matches start on February 14th, Valentine's Day. So make sure you tell someone you love them, tell them how much you care about them, and just, yeah, make sure you do something for Valentine's Day, guys. Don't just watch COD or play COD. Do something for Valentine's Day. Tell your mom you love them. Tell your girlfriend you love them. Tell someone you love them and you care about them. Trust me, guys. Life is too short not to. It's very important, okay? All right, that's all I got to say. I hope you like my thoughts of Major 1. I will be doing my predictions / pick'ems for Week 1 qualifiers starting next week, probably either Wednesday or Thursday. Just got to figure it out. But anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of the video. Thanks so much for watching. Sorry if I rambled and stuff. And Thieves, do I think they need blow up? No. Faze blow up? Hell no. All right, guys. Catch y'all later. Peace out. Hang on a sec. Yeah.